Have you ever walked into a building and just immediately been overwhelmed with this feeling of, I gotta get out of here? Maybe you had some instant fatigue, or you instantly felt sick or nauseous, or maybe you couldn't quite put your finger on it, but something about being there made you feel bad. To compound this, were the people with you looking at you like you had three heads? Did you say, hey, I gotta go? And they said, why? And you said, I don't know, I just gotta go, I don't feel good. And they're like, what's your problem? Well, if so, then you might be a mold dog, meaning you're one of 25% of the population that has the genetic makeup that makes you extra susceptible to mold. This genetic makeup can result in symptoms such as chronic fatigue, increased susceptibility to infections, insomnia, frequent urination, frequent electric static shocks when touching door handles and things of that nature. If you suffer from these things, you may be a mold dog. I'm Dr. John Bartemus, and I'm putting the pieces together to help you live a life at optimal. According to Dr. Richie Shoemaker, a medical doctor in Maryland, also known as the mold specialist, 25% of the population have the genetics that make them increased susceptible to mold, or have an increased susceptibility to mold. So much so that the more time they spend in a building with mold due to water damage or due to poor sunlight, poor ventilation, whatever is driving the mold accumulation in that building, the mold dogs, or the people with those genetics, fall apart and get sicker quicker. The mold could be in your workplace, could be in your home, it could be in a grocery store that you frequent. It doesn't matter where. It could be in Washington, D.C., and many of the buildings there they're known to be water damaged buildings. So maybe you went on vacation to Washington, D.C. and just had a terrible time because you felt awful everywhere you went. So you may be a mold dog, and if this is you, if you're like, finally, there's a mechanism for my suffering, because these people have typically been to many, many doctors and received no sort of help, and oftentimes get labeled as it's in your head and are put on antidepressant medications, etc. If this is you, then you need to work with a practitioner who can investigate your genetics to determine if you are a mold dog, and then can work with you in helping you optimize your health and change your lifestyle to help you deal with the genetics you have and help you avoid getting sicker quicker by exposing yourself to those water damaged buildings. So look for and look up biotoxins and biotoxin susceptibility, and find a practitioner that can work with you.